Hello, good day, Miss. I am Jacinta Julian, and here I have my partner, Davy Sital, and this is our reflection of our information literacy course. Davy, I came across this definition of information literacy, and this definition states, information literacy is the ability to think critically and make balanced judgments about any information we find and use. It empowers us as citizens to reach and express informed views and to engage fully with society. So considering this definition, why do you think this course, information literacy, is important for you?
As being a psychiatric nuisance student, information literacy is significant in my educational journey and future career. According to the definition, information literacy is the ability to think critically and make balanced judgments about any information in my research. This is part of the responsibility in psychiatric nuisance, evaluating sources critically, understanding biases, and discerning the reliability and validity of information. Information literacy is important in psychiatric nursing since nurses should be able to think critically and make balanced judgments. It also allows me to access to updated information on current developments. Furthermore, as a citizen and member of society, information literacy equips me to engage fully with mental health issues and contribute to my community's well-being. This course, therefore, plays a crucial part in my psychiatric nursing journey. How about you, Jacinta? How has information literacy impacted on you?
Well, in today's digital world, information is always available, but sometimes it's not always accurate or reliable. Information literacy skills helps me to evaluate the credibility of information by checking the sources to identify biasness and to distinguish fact from opinion. The amount of information can be very overwhelming at times. Information literacy skills helps me to navigate the amount of information efficiently. We also use search engines and databases to find relevant information, how to organize it, and how to manage it. Information literacy skills are essential for long life learning. As new technology emerges and knowledge evolves, we need to be able to adapt and learn new things continuously. Information literacy skills enable me to learn independently and critically evaluate new sources of information. So the other question I'd like to ask you, Davy, is what topics in the course presented the greatest challenges to you and why?
One of the most significant challenges I encountered during the research process was developing a topic and creating a thesis statement. I was presented with several obstacles. These included analyzing whether the chosen topic was too broad or too narrow, being able to narrow down the topic to a manageable scope while ensuring its relevance, being able to craft a clear and well-supported thesis statement, and lastly, my lack of familiarity made it very complicated to formulate a thesis statement that accurately reflected my research goals. Despite being faced with these challenges, however, the process for developing a topic and refining the thesis statement ultimately led me to a deeper understanding of the research objectives and the importance of clarity and focus in my academic writing. How about Jacinta? What was most challenging to you?
Well, the topics that presented the greatest amount of challenges to me was doing citations and evaluating information. Doing citations was not necessarily hard, but it was a little tricky at times. It was my very first time doing it, so it was a little bit challenging. For example, some of the websites didn't have all the information like the dates or the authors. The other topics that were challenging for me was evaluating information. According to Monash University, evaluation information is an important aspect of critical thinking and one that you should demonstrate in your assignments. Evaluation information includes both selecting appropriate sources and understanding the strengths and limitations of the sources used. If so, evaluating information was challenging for me because some of the sources were not credible because there was lack of information about the authors or the organizations the information came from. The other question I'd like to ask you, Davy, is what topics presented the least amount of challenges to you and why?
Well, to me, I'm the opposite. The citation process and crafting the research paper outline, they pose the least challenges to me. These tasks were relatively straightforward due to the structured nature of citation styles and the clear guidelines that we were provided with to outline the research paper. I also came across two sites, according to OVA, who conducted a study on the challenges in academic writing. He stated that citation management tools have significantly streamlined the citation process, making it more efficient and less prone to error. Additionally, I came across another research paper by Smith, who indicated that the systematic organization of ideas and content facilitating the writing process is more clearer. This clarity and structure help alleviate potential challenges and contributed to a smoother research experience. So how about you? What was least challenging to you in this research process?
Well, the topics that was least challenging to me was doing search string, creating search strings, and using the advanced search. Creating search strings, even though it was my first time doing so, the process was very easy and the steps were very easy to follow along. Creating search strings such as wildcards and Boolean operators made the information I was looking for easier to find, and also using limiters in the advanced search like date, material type, languages also made the information I was looking for easier to find. The last question I'd like to ask you, Davy, is which topics was the most or least interesting to you?
I would say plagiarism was the most interesting topic. I've learned there are many consequences that can be faced by using someone's work without giving proper credit. Some of the consequences are there are legal repercussions, academic penalties, professional damage, loss of personal integrity, hindered learning and skill development, and damaged reputation. How about you? What was most interesting to you?
Okay, same goes to me as well. The topic that was most interesting to me was plagiarism. I was not aware of the different types of plagiarism like patchwork, paraphrasing plagiarism, and self-plagiarism. According to Scribner, self-plagiarism is using your own work over again. Paraphrasing plagiarism means using someone else's ideas to present them as your own. Patchwork plagiarism means stitching together parts of different sources to create your own work. When doing my paper for school, I didn't know I needed to list in-text citations and references for work that I put into my own words, even though I used the sources. I didn't know that I have to put the word, even though I put the word into my own words. I didn't know I had to list the sources. And also, I didn't know it was considered plagiarism when I used over my own work again. Well, that's the end of me and David's presentation, miss. Thank you for listening.